Mr. Trump turned in classified documents to the National Archives and the Department of Justice, and in other ways cooperated with the investigation.
Hey, how you doing? Marcus Conte reporting on Joe Biden. Oh my God, did you see how senile this guy is? Right? We once thought it was a theory. Joe Biden is senile, president of the United States. He's a senile old guy, right? And that should be a disqualifier, right? You shouldn't have an old guy who can't remember, what day it is, or what perhaps when his son died. You shouldn't have a guy like that running the country. And I got to tell you, man, the press and NBC and the press corp in D.C. grilled Joe Biden after the decision. So there was an investigation into Joe Biden's handling of classified information. Remember the boxes of classified information they found in his garage? And all the while he was saying Donald Trump has classified information at Mar-a-Lago, and ordered the FBI to knock his door down. Well, it turns out Merrick Garland found no criminality in Joe Biden's handling of classified information, but instead said this, and this is unbelievable. This is unprecedented in American history, where the Attorney General is basically ranking Joe Biden's mental ability to be president. He said, quote, he wasn't charged because, quote, he's a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Right? That's who's running the country. An elderly man with a poor, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory, right? Right? He couldn't remember when his son died, right? And then he angrily flips the discussion to say, I'm not going to tell you. It's none of your business when my son died. No, the media asked you point blank, or I'm not the media, but Merrick Garland asked you point blank, when did your son Bo die? And you went blank. You didn't know when your son died, and it was 2015. We all remember it. It's not like it was 100 years ago. It was only a few years ago. So there's mounting evidence that the sitting president, as you're going to see, don't take my word for it, you're going to see it in a second, that Joe Biden is in fact senile, and probably should be, stopped, taken away from the realm, the helm of the government, right? He's running his shit. Is this a disqualifier, America? Is this a disqualifier from the presidency if you have no mind of your own? Who's calling the shots? Who's running the country if Joe Biden isn't? Right? Isn't the president supposed to run the game? Right? I don't know, man. It's scary. It's scary when you see it, man. I mean, he's just like, Marcus Conte reporting.
Mr. Trump turned in classified documents to the National Archives and the Department of Justice, and in other ways cooperated with the investigation. My willful retention of documents. I willfully retained classified materials related to Afghanistan. The decision to decline criminal charges was straightforward. My recollection of events that I don't remember when my son died wasn't any of their damn business. Let me tell you something. I don't need anyone to remind me when he passed away. No, thank you, and I'll take some questions.
President Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. I'm
well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president, I put this country back on its feet. I don't need his recommendation. That's
How
totally
bad is your memory, and can you continue as president?
That's
your memory has gotten worse, Mr. President?
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. I guess I just forgot what was going on.
Mr. President.
Voters have concerns about your age. How are you going to assuage them? And do you fear that this report is only going to fuel further concerns about your age?
Only by some of you.
Mr. President, criminal liability today. Do you take responsibility for at least being careless with classified material?
Things that appeared in my garage, things that came out of my home, things that were moved.
respond with the words, "Watch me." Many American people have been watching, and they have expressed concerns about your age.
That is your judgment. That is your judgment. That is not the judgment of the press.
They expressed concerns about your mental acuity. They say that you are too old. Mr. President, in December, you told me that you believe there are many other Democrats who could defeat Donald Trump. So why does it have to be you now? Why are you confusing the names of world leaders?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
I did not share classified information. I did not share it.
With your ghostwriter.
With my ghostwriter, I did not. Guarantee you did not.
But the special counsel said in the
Well, no,
report
he
that he
did
did.
not say that.
Okay.
He did not say that.
But, Mr. President, one other...
Let me answer your question. There is, in fact, a shortage of evidence on page 12, and I was of multiple pages. And so what I was referring to, I said classified. I should have said should be private. That was not classified.
He called on me. When you look back at this incident, is there anything you would do differently now?
I didn't know how half the boxes got in my garage. It was in my house. It wasn't out in Mar-a-Lago in a public place and none of it was high classified. Didn't have any of that red stuff on it. You know what I mean? Around the corners? None of that. I think that, as you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, thank you all very, very much.
Oh my God. I'm praying to God.